Hey everybody, Tender Toe here. I wanted to show sort of another method for the backcountry boil to be used in, and that is the in Esbit mode. This is the first real time I've sort of messed around with Esbit. Got a couple boxes as a stocking stuffer, so we'll see how it works here. I have tried it 2 times, 2 test burns, with the Esbit just on the bottom of the fire pan, and I was unable to get a boil. So I'm actually going to try it. That's just a cat food can overturned to give it a little bit more height. I'm also going to use a windscreen because the air intake hole on the side, that bronze thing on the inside is obviously the cat food container, but that air intake port on the side is useful when you're using this in wood burning mode, but it actually let in too much air and actually put out the Esbit tab. So I'm going to use a windscreen to prevent that from happening. So without any further ado, I've got 2 cold cups of water in the backcountry boiler. I'm going to try to give it a light here. Now I know some folks have mentioned that this actually goes up easier with a match, but obviously I need 2 hands to film here, 1 to hold the camera and 1 to light. So I'm going to go ahead and try my hardest to light this up with 1 hand. The wind is going to cooperate here. Looks like I have 1 corner lit there. Drop the windscreen on it. Wait for it to fully bloom up. Get a good flame on the whole tab. Looks like we've got a nice burn on the whole tab there. I'm going to drop the backcountry boiler over it. Make sure I got a nice good seal there. And looks like we're going. So I'm going to start the clock here. The reason why I decided to try and prop it up a bit on that cat food can was it seemed like most of the flame was sort of getting wasted, not actually hitting the side of the chimney. So we'll see if this helps any. Once again, I wasn't able to get a full boil, a rolling boil, with either of the other 2 test burns I did with the Esbit tabs. One was because I didn't have a windscreen. It actually blew the Esbit tab out. And the second, I tried to prop the Esbit tab up on its side. I've read a couple locations and seen a couple videos on YouTube about propping the actual Esbit up on its end, and it'll actually burn a bit hotter. It actually burned out quicker though. So once again, it may not actually be possible in these conditions to actually get a full boil with an Esbit tab, but I suppose we shall see here. Temperature outside is 33 degrees. The water temperature, I don't have a thermometer that I could drop in there, but it was, about as cold as I could get it out of the tap, and then it sat outside here for about 20 minutes or so. So nice and cold. Getting a decent amount of smoke, rather steam, coming off of the water hole here, so that water's heating up. Just over 2 minutes. And once again, the manufacturer, the Esbit manufacturer, nor the Backcountry boiler manufacturer, recommend these two as a match. So, it wouldn't be that far-fetched if we weren't able to get a boil with Esbit, but I figured I'd give it a try. Esbit traditionally is used sort of in this fold-out stove method with a cook pot. So that's what it's designed to do. And obviously the Backcountry boiler is designed to be used mainly as a wood-burning stove and then secondarily as an alcohol burner with the fire felt. Or once again, I've used just your regular penny stove. So Esbit is, is a test here. I may end up carrying a tab or two of Esbit just in the first aid kit to be used in assisting in, emergency fire making or something like that. I'm sure, you'd be able to sort of shave that up with your knife and get a nice little powder going, and might be a good aid in trying to get some wet tinder started or something like that. So I may end up carrying a tab or two just in the first aid kit, even if I don't end up getting a boil and liking my results with my actual Backcountry boiler stove here. Just over 4 minutes. I do hope Devin Montgomery, who is the creator of the Backcountry boiler, I hope he does find a reliable source for actually machining these, because I believe there were some issues just with the production for the second generation Backcountry boilers, just sort of getting them out in a timely manner. I can only imagine how difficult that would actually be to create something such as this, as a one-man operation, to have to deal with production and and sales and accounting and all that stuff. So, it's definitely commendable, but I'm hoping that he gets a reliable method for making these in the future, because, I know there are some folks on various online communities that they've been waiting for, months and months for their second generation. So I'm actually very pleased that I got in on the first generation here. Had to have been over a year ago now. Or maybe just under a year. Might have been last summer was the first generation ones. So. Just over 6 minutes. A little bit of steam coming off the water there. The windscreen here, like I had mentioned, I tried it the first time without a windscreen, and the wind actually came by and blew out the Esbit tab. Because once again, obviously the air port on the side, the air hole, is designed for when this is in wood burning mode. So. At any rate, I decided to use the windscreen here. This is from Zelf stoves. If you just do a Google search on Zelf, Z-E-L-P-H stoves. He's also known as Stoveman Dan on Hammock Forums. I believe he's also on White Blaze as well, under Zelf, possibly. At any rate, makes great stoves. This windscreen came stock with one of the stoves I purchased. So, just a little shout out makes quality stoves, and give him a look if you're in the market for anything alcohol related. Or I believe he also does a companion alcohol sort of stand for Bush Buddy. So once again, give him a look. Zelf Stoves. Google search it. Not sure if it's .com or .net. So give it a look. Looks like we may be losing steam inside here. A little over 8 minutes. The box says up to a 13-minute burn time, or approximately 13-minute burn time. We'll see. My other ones went out around 10, 11 minutes. Once again, with no boil inside of this Backcountry boiler. So once again, I might end up, just bringing a couple of these, for assisting in fire making. But once again, if you take a look at my other Backcountry boiler videos about just my method of fire making, I think I may just end up preferring that. A good set of fire making skills, is equally as useful as some sort of fire accelerant, like an Esbit tab. So doesn't look like we're going to be getting a full boil out of this. I see quite a bit of steam coming off of there, but not doesn't look like I see any sort of miniature bubbles or anything like that. So we're just at about 11 minutes. The Esbit tab is slowly dwindling down. I'm not exactly sure how much life we've got left in that, but so there's my review here. I'm not going to belabor this any further because we've only got maybe another 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute at most, but we're not getting any substantial heat off of that Esbit tab anymore as far as for its uses here. It's mostly just going straight up the chimney of this. So that's my review here. Esbit tab in a Backcountry boiler. Once again, this isn't a criticism because neither the manufacturer of the Backcountry boiler nor Esbit tabs recommends pairing these two up to use the Esbit in the Backcountry boiler. So it's not like it's a design flaw. It's just a recommendation, in my opinion. In these conditions, like I said, low 30s with iced cold water, chances are you're not going to be getting a full rolling boil out of this. You might be able to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, some hot cocoa off of this water, but it's not a full boil. So once again, there's my review. Enjoy. Tender Toast signing out.